Hey, hey! Aren't you loving construction season here in Toronto? Holy man, trying to get to somewhere in Etobicoke the other day, 2 hours on the lakeshore. But won't the city be nice when all these streets are clear again and bump free? Here's hoping. We have a great show for you today, helping youth get off the streets and enrich their lives and help them achieve their goals. It's going to happen, and we'll find out why. Cooking with Foodland Ontario. We've got 3 recipes to make today, and it's all about the bounty that exists in our greenhouses right now. And then we'll talk about young ones breaking barriers. Mental health issues are rampant among young people. How can we deal with that and help them heal? A unique family game called Lifetime's The Game for families dealing with dementia within their loved ones. And a performance from Andrea Simone. Oh, what a way to start the day. You're going to love it. Have you tried Tai Chi? It's a self-paced, non-competitive system of gentle stretching and exercise. People love it. And every stance flows from one end to the next without pausing, so your body is in constant motion. We sent our reporter, Michelle Rivard, to check out one of these Tai Chi classes. Have a look.
Hi, it's Michelle Rivard. We're here at the Jihong Tai Chi School with Sifu Jim Liang.
Yeah.
How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. We have a demo open house today, and you guys are welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having us. Jim, what does Sifu mean?
Sifu means teacher, instructor, and the older generation.
Oh, so it's like as a form of respect to say
Yes,
Sifu?
yes, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And how long have you been practicing Tai Chi?
For me, probably I was scared of you. I've been practicing Tai Chi for more than 30 years.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm still young.
You are.
Yeah.
So I'm not very familiar with Tai Chi, and I think maybe many of our viewers are not as well. Where is it? Martial art? Is it a meditation? How can you describe it?
Definitely it's a martial art.
Okay.
Back to 100 years ago. But now, well, most people know as basic exercises to make you healthy, and then from body to the mind. Yes.
So when did Tai Chi become popular or become trendy?
Oh, I believe it's between 20 to 30 years. And
Okay.
then since the modern technology become like up to date, people have less and less exercises. And then they don't have another, like a better way to make them healthy. Tai Chi, it will easily fill the gap. Because when you do Tai Chi, you don't need equipment. You don't need big space. And then you don't need complicated move. You just learn some very fundamental, basic, like squats, opening, closing, turning your body. But most important, you need to go with the breathing.
Yes.
Breathing, consider, is we call it internal movement, how you start the energy from the core area to travel through your body. That's how we start. Once the breathing exercises get used to it, go with your body movement, you definitely maximize your exercise health benefit. That's why, most people, they do Tai Chi, they say, oh yeah, I have a better balance, I feel much better, sleeping well, everything improved.
Yeah.
That's why so many people, they choose Tai Chi as a daily exercises.
So when did you open the Tai Chi school?
This school opened in 1991.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
More than 20 years ago, yes. And then I've been doing the founder and then the chief instructor. And then now we have a lot of different courses. Start from very fundamental, like we call it Tai Chi Gong, which is repeating Tai Chi move, to different Tai Chi form, Tai Chi weapon form, and then some of the, we call it partner exercises, so we call it push hand class, and then some of the instructor training course, which is, we can say, start from the 0 all the way to very top level of Tai Chi course.
So as we see the demo going on, Oh, it was funny. I was just going to
Yeah,
say, it's
that-
very calm, but then there was a very sharp
Yeah,
movement.
that's why we call it two extreme. Extremely calm and soft and slow, and sometimes extremely fast and powerful. That's
Yeah.
what we call the yin and yang theory from the
All
very
right.
traditional Tai Chi, we call it Chinese traditional philosophy. This too has to be balanced.
So now, is there a routine that they learn? Is it the same every time? Because I see everyone knows
Yeah.
what moves to do at the right time.
There are so many different Tai Chi forms in the world
Yeah.
right now. In China, 5 official Tai Chi style. But in our school, we teach Yang style and Chen style. Yang style is the most popular form in the world, which is, I would say, more than 50% of the people do Tai Chi, they do Yang style.
Yeah.
And then the other Tai Chi style, we call it Chen style, which is the original Tai Chi style, the most oldest form in Tai Chi. Now you're watching, when they demo, it's the, see, this is a Chen style Tai Chi form. It's more like martial art,
Yeah.
yes.
Awesome. So if we have someone who is maybe working at an office and they're sitting all day, and we just want to show them some simple moves they can do to get up and break that routine of sitting, what would be something good for them to
This
learn?
is something I like to show. And when you do basic Tai Chi, you don't need much space. And I would say square meter is big enough. Just
Yeah.
like a pretend, imagine this is a table. This is your chair. You just move the chair away. And then try to lift up your body from top to the toe. And then the basic exercise that I'm going to show you is squat.
Okay.
All right, if you do proper squat like this, all right, so make sure you sit like you sit on the chair. You don't sit on your knee.
Oh, okay.
All right, the most important thing is the knee will not go over your toe. So you just go down, up, and then when you go, feel that you're doing smooth. Okay, and then you go with the breathing. When you stand up, breathe in. When you squat, breathe out. But if you can do better breathing, we could do it like the abdominal breathing that will expanding your stomach, squeeze your stomach, and then after you do 20 times, you tell me how you feel. Okay, this is the
Absolutely.
one.
Yeah. Well, that's a fantastic move and a great one to start with, especially if you've been sitting all day to get those legs and those
But make
glutes
sure
moving.
You do the warm up first. You don't just, just
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
You make sure you lose
Stretch before and after.
Stretch before, and then try the abdominal breathing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Sifu, thank you so much for your time. I've
yeah.
definitely learned a lot. I'm sure our viewers have as well. Great.
Thank you.
And now we rejoin the studio.
All right, we got to get Michelle doing it next time. Love that. Well, it's one of those stories that makes you feel good inside. It's that full circle. Somebody who's come up from the bottom and is now helping others do the very same thing. When we come back, helping youth get them off the streets. We see them on the streets, we see young people, we wonder often what's going on in their world. Well, somebody isn't just wondering, he's doing something about it. The founder and president of Off the Streets, Clint Watson, is here to talk about that program and why you're so passionate about helping young people turn their lives around. In big part because you know what it's like to be them, right?
Yes, I do. As a youth, I found myself on my own at 13, and in and out on my own, and I did find people to support me. However, I did find myself turning to crime and drugs, and
because when you're young, you do whatever it takes to cope, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I was in TIAC, so Toronto Youth Assessment Center, for quite some time, and then got sentenced, and I went to Blue Water, and I was in Blue Water for about a year. And I actually got my high school diploma there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You seem so put together now. What was the turning point for you?
Yeah. I would say finding my wife. She's been a very important part of my life, and as well, making that choice to live a big life and have an impact in people's lives.
And that's what you're doing. I love that. You want to live a big
Yeah.
life. That's so important. We can dream.
Absolutely.
No matter where we are now, it doesn't mean we can't achieve whatever we want.
Yeah.
So you've decided to take a stand against for homeless youth. What are you doing?
So it's a freshly formed organization, a not-for-profit called Off the Streets. And our first event is a charity talent competition. And it's for youths between 13 and 25 years old. We're looking for aspiring artists, singers, dancer, any kind of talent. And all the proceeds are going to go to the Covenant House in Toronto.
Great organization. They do such good work.
Mm-hmm.
A talent competition.
Yeah.
What a fun idea.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
All right, so we have our video auditions, which is what we're accepting at this point, and the deadline is the 7th. And then from there, we're going to take 24 acts to the live auditions. And then after the live auditions, we're going to break it down to 12, and then there'll be the live event on July 5th, which is being held at Humber College. Actually, the event is in partnership with Humber College.
Fun. Have you been getting lots of submissions so far?
Yeah, we've had a few. We could definitely use some more, and we have about 7 or so. So we're really trying to get the word out there and getting people involved and empowered to, take charge of their lives and reach for their dreams and just really take a stand for themselves.
It doesn't take much these days. As long as you have access to a phone, a cell phone, you can take a video
Absolutely.
and email it to you. What's the best way to get it to you?
Yeah, so you can go on to the website. It's offthestreets.ca, and you can go to the auditions tab, and from there you just fill out the audition form, and you're going to put a link to your video audition, and just fill in the blanks.
Easy as
Yeah.
can be. There it is
Yeah.
right there. That's what the audition form looks like. You're trying to raise money at the same time as awareness, right? How much do you want to raise?
So our goal is to raise $10,000. This is going to benefit the Covenant House, and it's going to provide support to 56 youth to provide food and shelter for 1 week.
It costs $10,000
Yeah.
for 1 week of shelter.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, I mean, it's certainly a help, but it makes you realize how expensive it is to help
Absolutely.
kids get back on their feet. The money also is going to help fund the whoever wins, right? What's happening with
Right.
them? What does the winner
So
get?
the grand prize is $1,000.
Which is a
to
huge
the
help.
winner. Yeah, to go towards their aspiration, their goal, and to go towards whatever it be. If they're a singer, go towards some studio time, what have you. And we're going to take a stand for that individual too, and do what we can to help them on that journey.
That's amazing. And to see you sitting here and know that you've made that change in your own life, you're able to do this with full knowledge that it can happen. But I
Okay.
bet you're met with resistance a lot. Do you find there's still people who think these are lost causes? Or is there a stigma?
Absolutely. I think, there's always going to be that person that would say, oh, it can't happen, or, once this, it's always going to be there. But, you just overcome that, and you just take that with a grain of salt, and you just keep on your journey and keep going towards that goal.
What are some of the reasons why kids end up on the street? And in your case, 13, that's so young.
Yeah. So a lot of the times it can be just simply neglect. They're at home and they feel like they're not wanted, and they just, they'd be better off on the street. Also physical and sexual abuse. Those are a lot of reasons why they feel like they would be better off just not at home and just not having that support.
It's hard to imagine having to make that distinction at such a young age. Still just kids. So if we want to help, let's say, because I'm not 13 anymore, I can't enter the contest, but if I want to help, what can I do?
Absolutely, yeah, we are accepting donations. Again, you can go to offthestreets.ca, and there's a tab there where you can donate. also volunteers, any support possible. We have